I'll take it to the candy shop. I'll let you lick the lollipop. Get ready to say sorry to Raheem Sterling. You load of band chords. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Back again on the other side of the coin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. This is your match reaction. Burnley 1, Chelsea 4. Sorry I could not deliver this earlier on. After the match, I was so tired. Obviously, it was late night, Sydney time. So I was off to bed and then I needed some sleep, man. I was absolutely buggered after the match. But we have to talk about Raheem Sterling. I am going to be shameless. I am going to be jizzing all over here with Raheem Sterling conversations. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, I had Raheem Sterling in my preview, and a lot of you guys came into the comment section saying, what's going on, man? Like, how could you have Raheem Sterling starting for this game? You know, why does he deserve it? This, that, the other. And I've always been quite adamant about this particular player that whether you like it or not, this guy is one of our, if not the most experienced attacker that we have. And a team that lacks experience, you know, that know-how, and this goes for Thiago Silva as well. I think this is probably one of the reasons why Thiago Silva features a lot. A team that is full of kids. This is the reason why we see players like Raheem Sterling and Thiago Silva just to guide the youngsters. So even if they're in bad form, you best believe they're probably going to feature because or else who are the kids going to look up to? You know, players like Raheem Sterling, they've done it at the biggest stage. Do you know what I mean? They've played for Man City. They've won a lot of stuff. They've scored a lot of goals. Yeah, they're inconsistent. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, Raheem Sterling is just, you know, someone who's just been so consistent for Chelsea Football Club. No, not at all. But on his day, man, he can be so devastating. He can be so devastating. So I really didn't understand the utter disrespect that he was getting over the last few weeks just because that he didn't square a ball to Nicholas Jackson. I think it was against Brighton. You know, not that long ago, everyone was cheering on about Raheem Sterling earlier on in the season, how he played against West Ham, and then obviously his performance against Luton. Name me one player throughout this particular season so far has been consistent. Not that many players have been consistent. There have been players that have done so here and there. I'd probably say the one who's now reaching some form of consistency is Cole Palmer, who we're going to wax lyricals about as well. Cole Palmer, he's turning out to be a very important player. But Raheem Sterling, ladies and gentlemen, put some more respect on this guy's name, man. Like you saw, now a lot of people will say, but it's Burnley. Calm yourself down. It's Burnley. It was Luton. It's, you know, teams that have just been promoted from the championship. Let's see what he does against the bigger teams. Yeah, of course, let's see what he does against the bigger teams. And I'm backing him to do well. I'm not going to be sitting here hoping that this guy puts on a disaster class. I hope he does well. Similarly with other players as well, people think, you know, I may dislike Gallagher to a certain degree. I may not fancy him in the team, but I never wish upon him to do poorly. I always wish him to do good. And Gallagher, once again, has done very good in this particular game, especially in the second half. So, look, we're going to talk more about Raheem Sterling, but let's go from the top, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the lineup first up. Let me just bring up the lineup. This is how we set up for this particular match, ladies and gentlemen. Sanchez in goalkeeping position. Levi Colwell, Thiago Silva, Desasi, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo, Gallagher, Sterling, Palmer, and Broja. It's pretty much what I expected because I did expect Sterling to come back into it, but I just didn't think Broja would start. I thought maybe Nicholas Jackson will probably get the nod here. And honestly, as the match went on, it was probably the wrong decision to start Armando Broja because Armando Broja wasn't into the game and it looked like he wasn't really match sharp. And that's absolutely understandable. This brother literally just came back from his injury not that long ago. And I don't know. I just get the feeling that not starting Nicholas Jackson from the get-go, I'm not sure if that was the right idea. And it was vindicated by the situation when Nicholas Jackson did come on in the second half. And completely changed the face of the match, and he got himself that goal as well. And he was very, very electric up front. So with the lineup, I wasn't phased about it. I actually had Raheem Sterling on the right, I had Mudryk on the left, I had Cole Palmer in the middle, and I had Enzo and Caicedo. So a lot of people were upset that how could you drop Gallagher, but I did say that's just my team. I fully predict and fully expect, Pochettino to play Conor Gallagher, and he did. And once again, as I said, he's done very, very well. Mudryk didn't start, ladies and gentlemen, because of a precautionary thing, really, because of the injury that he picked up against Fulham. We just wanted to make sure that we don't create too much mess with Mudryk, and he ends up getting a bigger injury where he's sidelined for a long time. So that's the only reason why Mudryk didn't start. So it's going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward. How do you fit in both Sterling and Mudryk? And also Cole Palmer. You want to have Cole Palmer in the team. For me, Mudryk, he needs to come back in. He was in a very, very good form. I don't want him to be now a bench player again. This guy, I feel like something's about to really explode. Something's brewing with Mykhailo Mudryk. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the match in itself now. Look, first half, ladies and gentlemen, was not good at all. That was very, very poor, if I'm being absolutely honest. The goal we gave away was a very pathetic goal. I mean, it was just a comedy of errors. First, it was Levi Colwill who was caught in a no man's land. He pushed up, and then they passed around him, and they left a lot of space behind him. And that's something, look, as much as Levi Colwill at times has looked all right in the left-back position, but I don't know, man. I don't know if he's really completely cut out to be a left back. I know off the back of that Fulham game, I said, do we need to start considering him as a left back? Because Pochettino continuously uses him as a left back. But I feel like against quality teams, and Burnley, look, no disrespect, but they're not your top echelon, teams out there. Against quality teams, we could probably get hurt just behind Levi Colwill. Something to look out for. So it was a comedy of error for that first goal. Levi Colwill pushes up, leaves a lot of space behind him. Then Thiago Silva's too slow to react to that situation. Desarcy gets twisted like a pretzel. And it was too seamless for Burnley to just enter into our box, and then Cucurella messed things up. He should have closed that player down and should have closed off that opportunity for a shot. And then it ended up being a goal. So that was 1-0. And the entire half, we weren't playing good. And up comes Raheem Sterling, luckily with his direct way of, attacking, created that situation of the own goal where he attacked the player, I think a couple of players on the left side, and then he delivered a cross with his left foot, and then that ricocheted and went and got in as an own goal. And thankfully enough, we went to the break 1-1. Probably didn't deserve it. But nonetheless, sometimes that's how you need the luck. In the second half, oh, wow. We absolutely blitzed them, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely demolished them. Amada Broya was subbed off, and Nicholas Jackson came on. And honestly, things started to look very, very devastating for us. Raheem Sterling gets himself that penalty once again. Direct. I don't really know whether that was really a penalty. I thought that was outside the box. But he gets himself that penalty. Cole Palmer slots it. Cole Palmer, sensation. We're going to go through some player performances. And then obviously the third goal, lovely assist from Conor Gallagher. Raheem Sterling again driving into the heart of Burnley defense and then unleashing a left foot shot. Also the fourth goal as well. Once again, Raheem Sterling involved in that goal. Raheem Sterling was involved in every single goal. That was his impact in this particular match. Delivers a nice cross for Cole Palmer, who then finds a lovely assist for Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson as well, lovely turn and goal. Let's have a look at the ratings for this particular match. Sanchez, 6.3. Levi Colwill, 7.4. Thiago Silva, 7. Desarcy, 6.8. Probably a little bit harsh. I thought Desarcy was a very, very solid defender. Desarcy in recent times actually hasn't put a foot wrong. Silva at times did look slow, but overall defending was good. Cucurella 7.8. Besides that initial goal being let in, Cucurella really stepped up a lot since that goal. Gallagher, once again, second half especially, was a boss, absolute boss. Conor Gallagher gets himself that assist. He was running everywhere. He had that intensity. It was more cohesive in the second half as opposed to the first half. Caicedo was splendid as well, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the passes that he was playing, especially in the second half, relieving the pressure off us. some of one-touch passing, along with Enzo Fernandez, linking up with Enzo Fernandez and others as well. Caicedo, I mean, as you can see, the rating of 7.8, but overall his transfer of that 110 or 150 million, whatever it was, it's looking like good business for us. It really is. Enzo Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen, look, I know FootMob has given him 7.5, but I must say, this guy, he's good in every other aspect besides shooting. He got into some really tasty positions, and he just doesn't have those shooting boots on. And the crazy part is, and I just want to demonstrate, he'll get himself into these sort of positions, Enzo Fernandez, and you'd think he would put them away. He'll get himself inside the box. You best believe for Argentina, he slots those shots away. But for some reason, Chelsea Football Club, he just doesn't do that. And that's something he needs to work on massively, because we need goals from him. He gets, as I said, he gets into some very, very good positions. So that is a huge thing that we need to probably monitor over the next few months. Enzo Fernandez, playing in that role, he was a lot deeper, of course. He was definitely deeper, much closer to Caicedo. But as I said, he does transition from a 6 to an 8 to a 10 very, very quickly. And if he's going to do that, he's going to have to try and find some goals, ladies and gentlemen. Raheem Sterling, man of the match for me. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section who your man of the match was. For me, he absolutely jizzed all over Burnley Football Club. 8.5 rating. He was involved in every single beat of Chelsea's attack. Armando Broja, look, I think he probably shouldn't have started. He did get subbed off, and I'm not going to be too down on him. I think it's perfect competition for someone like Nicholas Jackson. We all saw what he did against Fulham, so hopefully that will come back. And this is good. Moving into the Arsenal game, this is very good. I want some competition. And Cole Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, he simply cannot be dropped. Cole Palmer, he's going to be a huge player for us. He's going to be a huge player. Gets a goal, so he's off the mark, gets himself that assist as well. Lovely assist for Nicholas Jackson. He understands Nicholas Jackson a lot. He definitely understands what needs to be done when Nicholas Jackson is playing up front, and even also Armando Broja. So look, fantastic match for us, especially the second half. The fact that we came back from 1-0 down and smashed in 4 goals. We don't score that many goals. Now we're banging goals. It's a good, very, very good feel factor for me, and I'm pretty sure for a lot of you guys in the fan base. And it's great to see. I wanted to see how our team would react, being a goal down and then coming back. And they did it with style, especially the second half blitz that we gave Burnley. Burnley, they're a good team, man. Like, they play good football. But to be honest, yesterday against us, they weren't that great. Overall, they weren't that great. So when they were 1-0 up, I was a bit annoyed that they're not even that good and we're behind. So rightly so, we've romped them at the end. Now that momentum builds. 3 wins in a row. Brighton, Fulham, Burnley. We should have got that victory against Aston Villa, man. We could have actually got 5 out of 5 since the last international break. Bournemouth and Aston Villa, all winnable games, right? But regardless of that case, I think now in the table, let's have a look at the Premier League table. I think we're 10th, as I believe. Let's have a look at this. So this is the Premier League table, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the blockbuster game today, Manchester City versus Arsenal. Spurs are leading under Ange Postecoglou. Man United 10th, Chelsea 11th, but hopefully we're moving upwards. And next up is Arsenal. I'm confident. I can't wait till the international break is over. Hopefully all our players are fit and no one gets injured, no dramas. We're going to have more players coming back into the squad who were injured, and they're going to be readily available. The likes of Reece James. Obviously, Chukwuemeka was already in the bench in the match against Burnley, but I don't think he featured. I don't think he came off the bench. So look, Pochettino looks like he's slowly cooking something, and the wins change the mood. Wins will give you a good morale boost. So I'm confident moving into that match against Arsenal. It is at Stamford Bridge. I cannot wait. And hopefully Arsenal lose today against Manchester City. So that will be a loss against Lens, a loss against Man City. And then they'll have to face us. And I wanted to go and face Arsenal Football Club with a win off the back of that Burnley match. So now, hopefully we just keep building on this momentum. And I feel like something is definitely brewing. A slow cooking is happening. So hopefully this continues. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who's your man of the match? Number one. Number two, let me know your thoughts about Raheem Sterling. Does he get disrespected, or do you feel that he is inconsistent and some level of the disrespect is probably warranted? Let me know your thoughts about Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson, for me, as I said, fantastic. The competition between him and Armando Broja, everything, and Cole Palmer as well, in the comment section. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, see ya.